Hi everyone, thank you for coming or for coming back. My name is Jillian, also known as Jillian Jakes, and today I'm going to give you my recipe for cheesecake. Now this cheesecake is super simple, super tasty, and I really love how easy it is to swap out flavors and just change it up and do whatever you feel like. You can experiment and go crazy. Now today I'm making a mint chocolate cheesecake, but again, swap it out, do whatever flavor you are feeling. So for this cheesecake, we are going to start with the crust. So for this, you're going to go ahead and combine your graham cracker crumbs, your icing sugar, your cocoa powder, and your salt. Whisk it together until combined. Then you're going to add in your melted butter. Now you can mix this together with a spoon or a spatula. I really like to use my hands once I have got it a little bit started, just so that I can really get in there and make sure everything is combined. Now we can go ahead and press this into our cheesecake pan. I am using a 6-inch springform pan, which is pretty much the standard when you're making a cheesecake, and I went ahead and cut out a parchment circle to fit the bottom of the pan. So I like to press my crumbs up the side of the pan before making a nice even layer on the bottom. Now we're going to switch to making our filling. You are going to go ahead and beat your softened cream cheese on high speed until it is nice and light and fluffy. Then you're going to slowly stream in while beating your sweetened condensed milk. Now you might notice that there is no sugar in this recipe, and that is because there is plenty sweetness from our sweetened condensed milk, so you won't need any sugar. Once that is all combined, you can go ahead and add your eggs and your vanilla and beat once more until combined. Now, as I said, I'm making a mint chocolate cheesecake, so I'm going to go ahead and divide my batter into 2 bowls. Into one of the bowls, I'm going to add a splash of mint extract as well as a couple drops of green food coloring, just so that people can visually tell that it's a mint chocolate cheesecake. And in the other bowl, I'm going to add in my melted chocolate. Stir both of these until combined, and then we're going to pour them into our pan. Now I like to go and switch back and forth between pouring the chocolate and the mint batter, just to make sure that this is nice and distributed, and you'll get a little bit of mint and a little bit of chocolate in each slice, but do it however you like. Once all the batter is in the pan, I like to take a knife and just swirl it through the whole batter to make some nice little waves and a nice little marbled effect on the top of the cheesecake. Now we are going to cook this in a water bath, so we're going to go ahead and wrap the whole pan in some foil, and then we're going to put the whole thing in a pan that is larger than the 6-inch pan, and we are going to fill up the bigger pan with water about halfway up the sides, but do make sure that you don't get any water on the inside of the foil. So this is going to go into a 325-degree oven for 45 minutes to an hour. What you want to see when you take it out is that if you tap or jiggle the pan, you won't see like a ripple, like it's still liquid or water. You want to see it sort of move as one thing, like Jello might. When you take this out, go ahead and put it on a wire rack, cool it at room temperature for about 30 minutes, and then you can go ahead and put it in the fridge until it is completely chilled. While our cheesecake is chilling, we can go ahead and work on our decorations. So I decided to do some mint chocolate cookies as well as some chocolate icing. I'm just going to go over this really quickly because this is supposed to be about the cheesecake, not the decorations. So for the cookies, I just went ahead and whisked together all my dry ingredients until combined. And then in another bowl, I beat together my butter and my sugar until combined. Then you're going to add all your dry ingredients to your butter mixture, beat it until combined, and it should look like really dry crumbs at this point. Then you're going to add your milk and beat it again until it looks like wet crumbs. At this point, you should be able to knead it together with your hands and get it to form a ball. This recipe makes a lot of cookies, and I wasn't going to be using all of them for my cheesecake, so I went ahead and took it about half of the dough and I wrapped it up and put it in the freezer and I will thaw it and use it again when I want cookies next time. So go ahead and roll out the dough that you will be using pretty thin. You want it about 1/8 of an inch thin, and then go ahead and cut them out into nice little circles. Put them on a parchment lined pan. They're going to chill in the fridge for 10 minutes for baking in a 350-degree oven for 10 minutes. So when you're baking cocoa or chocolate cookies like this, it is sometimes a little bit difficult to tell that they're cooked because they won't turn a nice golden color like a vanilla cookie would. So what you want to look out for is a nice dry looking cookie on top, and as well, if you can smell chocolate when you open the oven, that's a pretty good indicator that they're done. So you're going to go ahead and take these out, let them cool down, and get ready to dip them. So these I just dipped in some tempered dark chocolate with a little splash of mint extract added in. I do have a video up on how to temper chocolate if you don't know, so you can go ahead and watch that if you need, and then come back and keep going. So I went ahead and dipped all my cookies and then put them back on parchment to set. And the other thing we are going to make for this cheesecake is a really simple chocolate American buttercream. So I just beat together equal parts vegetable shortening and butter on high speed with the beater before adding my cocoa, beating, adding my icing sugar, beating once more, and then adding as much milk as I needed to get it to a consistency that I liked. Now, once your cheesecake is nice and chilled, you can go ahead and take it out of the fridge. Use a knife along the sides, just run it around to make sure that it is completely separated from the pan. Then you can go ahead and put it onto a plate or a serving dish or whatever you like. Now you can see here that I got a bit of a crack in the top of my cheesecake. That's just because I didn't let it chill enough. It was still warm when I tried to take it out of the pan because I was just too excited to decorate it. So make sure you chill your cheesecake all the way, and this won't happen to you. And now you can decorate it. Go ahead and do whatever you like. I just went ahead and went crazy with my nice icing, my beautiful little cookies there. And I also had some extra chocolate from dipping the cookies that I couldn't quite get another cookie out of, so I went ahead and drizzled that all over the top of my cheesecake. And you're done. That is your beautiful, creamy mint chocolate cheesecake. I hope you make this. I hope you try it because this is honestly so fantastic. And again, it's really easy to switch up the flavors if you're not a mint chocolate person. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.